Guess whose Jeep's in the background? All right. Thought I was going to make a special trip for this. Is this how you properly do it? Yeah. This guy here. All right. I know a guy that likes Jeeps, or a Jeep guy that likes ducks. All right, good morning, guys. Welcome to some more trucking diaries. I'm Clint. We're getting ready to head down to the truck, try to get all my stuff together, get the Porter Pooper 9000. That is like my lifesaver out on the road. Kind of important to keep it. So we're gonna head down the road, get in the truck, and kind of fill you in on the details of what we got going on today. So Friday, I made a video. I finally went to court. I made a quick, I say quick video, but I couldn't fit everything I wanted to say in one video, so I call it a quick video. And one of the things is I pointed out is Rand McNally's in Kentucky are basically useless. But I had a commenter pointed out the map I currently have in the truck is a 2019. This is not the map book we carried to court. The map book we carried to court is either 2023 or 2024, which 2023 is when I got my ticket. So according to the district attorney that was representing the state trooper or the state, however you want to word it, her argument was basically that this is not the state of Kentucky's official motor carrier road map. That was her argument. And as a professional driver, I'm held to a higher standard. I should know to look at their road map. It's on a website, which I'm going to try to do a screen recording. No promises. It might end up just being screenshots. To find the said map is actually a pain in the butt. It's not a easy, convenient, go click on here and you got a map comes up of the Kentucky motor carrier road map, however you want to word it. So one of my things I'm going to do today, I'm going to go buy a new map and take you guys along with me. This is not a map that you're going to carry in your car on a vacation, typically. So that's our goal today. We got to go load and head to Chicago. So I don't know if I'm going to get that, if my local truck stop carries that, which is where I'm going to stop and get fuel, or if I'm going to get it somewhere else, which we'll find out. Hopefully I can get it at my truck stop because I got a lot of points, but we shall see. And I just want to kind of fill you guys in a little bit on how the arguments were placed as far as the courtroom goes. I don't think I really covered it much in the last video, but our argument on my side of everything was, according to Rand McNally, the route I was on was not considered restricted, and there were zero signs indicating that that was a restricted route. Kentucky's argument was they provide a map on their website that provides STAA approved roads. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. But they provide a list of roads and plus their own personal map with routing on that they allow trucks to be on.
time on this.
So this particular truck stop don't have a updated Rand McNally book in it. They don't have maps, period. So other than local maps, but we'll stop somewhere along the way, see if we can find one somewhere else. The cold front come through, I guess last night, this morning. I'm about ready to go put a coat on, a heavier coat than what I got on. Maybe grab my earmuffs. All right, we got this crap strapped down. This is one of them loads that you really got to pay attention to when you're loading and trying to secure it down. One of the issues with hauling building material, as far as prefabricated steel is, it's not rare to have stacks like this where you got tall, but they put a short one in there, and then up towards the middle, it's hard to see, my finger keeps taking the focus out, but up there, where my finger's pointing at, there are loose pieces right there that aren't banded to anything. Now, with that being on the back, and my trailer, if you're not familiar with flatbeds, they typically go up an arch. Well, the back of the trailer arches down, and road vibrations will shake them right out the back of the trailer. And you also got to look for, there was another bundle that after I started strapping down, I realized wasn't going to have anything touching it, so I threw an extra strap over that so that it had, you know, something touching that piece so it didn't slide out going down the road. But I think I got most of it covered, all of it covered, that's what I believe. But we'll stop. We got to stop anyway to try to find us a new map book. That's our mission for the day. Get us a map book. Yeah, maybe these guys will have a map for me. Check out the load, make sure nothing fell off. Yep, looks good. There you go. New map book. It's not the nice laminated book that my other one is, the deluxe, but it is an updated motor carry atlas. Hang with me for a minute. We're gonna drive on up, try to get into Chicago. I'm gonna park on a job site, and so bear with me. We're gonna get up there. I'm gonna do some comparing between 2019 and 2025 in the area where I got my ticket at specifically, so bear with me. I'm really getting these Tupperware torpedoes fired up here. Come on back. Been driving in the middle of the lane, but I know, I pay attention. I look at the big picture. Oh, late model Mike, he always, well, I should say hot rod Mike now, but when I was running with him, look at the big picture, look at the big picture. I was watching traffic in the right lane. So I know the right lane wasn't the right lane for me to be in. I just staying with those lanes. I seen there passing people. Tupperware torpedoes up here. They all want to try to pass, you know, jump over, try to make room. No, I ain't letting you back over. Stay in line. Wait your turn. That's how we operate. Come on back. Crazy to say that I can actually see the Chicago skyline from way back here. And the rest of the Chicago idiots. There comes Chicago deer. Over there in the field over yonder. Drive is really rough on a guy that's got to pee. color of the material on my trailer seems to match the color of that building they're building right there. So I think I'm in the right place for the night. Hopefully them pesky train guys leave me alone for the night. That Francis antenna, that's one tough antenna, I'm gonna tell you. I just snagged it on a tree branch and had that sucker bent all the way back. Hey, gum, it still ain't broke. As promised, I'm parked. I'm gonna do my comparison. I went and spent, get my peepers on here, $37.70 on a 2025 Brad McNally motor carrier Road Atlas. Try to get all that word in there. But the point of buying the new map really has nothing to do with the fact that, you know, my whole point is, unless you know to go to the Kentucky, the Drive Kentucky website, you wouldn't know they have a different Road Atlas for motor carriers on their website. The reason I went and bought a new 2025 Brad McNally motor carrier Road Atlas is because somebody made a comment that things change and you should have an updated Atlas. I agree with that. I know I run a 2019 map in the truck, but I would say 19 times out of 20, probably actually more like 49 times out of 50, I run the same routes. Typically we know if something changes. So I bought the new map. I'm going to show you the comparison. I haven't opened a new map book up other than just to look and see it. Don't have the laminated pages, laminate pages, however you want to put it, like the deluxe version and the spiral cords and all that. So that's the only reason that I really didn't even look at anything. So I'm going to start with the old map. We had the state access policies. You can see the different states here. Kentucky, where I got my ticket. Distance allowed in miles from national network. It'd be 5 miles. Comments: on state maintained highways, unless exiting from an interstate or parkway where 15 miles is allowed, or 1 mile on non-state maintained roads for access to terminal, facility, food, repairs, or rest. Access beyond these distances are subject to permit from Department of Vehicle Regulation. See the information there. So to start with, we might have misinterpreted the said rule of that. Technically, our route was less than, I think it was 14 miles roughly to the Tennessee border. On the Tennessee side, it is a listed truck route, but we'll continue on. I'll open up the new map book to the state access policies and see if it says the same thing. Just to show I'm not trying to bluff you, there's an old map book. Here's a new one. And I'm not going to go through and read it all, but it says the same thing. But they have added the Drive Kentucky.gov website onto there. I don't think it's on here. Nope, it's not on the 2019 map. So the big change there is they did add the Drive Kentucky website for getting permits, basically. Not saying that there is a map of their restricted, or they're not saying that there's a map of their allowed routes. So I'm going to move on to pretty much the vehicle weight and length pages. Pretty much going to tell you nothing over 96 inches wide and nothing over 100 or not 65 feet long, But I'll show you real quick. So we're gonna go back. We're back at the old map. Here's Kentucky. Please excuse me, I do get a little sidetracked on doing this, but I'm trying my best to make sure we're still on the Kentucky line. Right there. So here it is. It says 102, 15 miles from Parkway exits. We were within our distance. And over here, and you get to length, and 65 is the max on non-designated highways. The new map is updated. Move on over here. It does say 96, 102 on designated highways, and 15 miles from interstate and parkway exits. And come over here, still 65 foot on non-designated highways. Those that aren't familiar with motor carrier maps, there are special pages that show low clearances, restricted routes, and way stations and stuff like that. So this one I'm going to show you real quick on this one. I'm going to show you all the low clearances. I'm not going to read them all off. Way stations. More of them over here. Restricted highways. Just going down through here. And just so you know, the two highways I was on do not show up on the restricted route. Once again, new map book. So you don't have to shine. Low clearances, way stations, and restricted routes. Once again, either route that I went on is listed in here. Matter of fact, nope, I don't see it. So in comparison, the restricted routes here and restricted routes up here, there seems to be less actually on this one. So this is the old map book. Obviously I come in here at Cairo, Illinois. We come down 51, we got here at Clinton, which is named after me. We were on peak routing. Down here, and right here to Casey is where I got my ticket. Going south, they got that gray listed, but I can show you in Tennessee that where this route is actually listed as a truck route. But what I want to kind of point out here is Wickliffe. This 286 used to be a big shortcut for truckers to go across, going from Wickliffe to Paducah. Now you either got to go north out of Wickliffe and then get on 60 and take you west. I know guys are going to say even numbered highways go north or east and west. I know, but technically you got to go north to go east. 286, that's a gray road, not a truck route. That is a marked highway. It is marked right here in Wickliffe as a no truck route. And I'm trying to make it clear that Kentucky has made an effort on some roadways to mark them as not truck routes. So that's why I'm kind of pointing that out on that. And US 62 down here from, this would be, just went blank. Bardwell, my bad, Bardwell. You can take US 62 up to Paducah, that's a pink route, that is a truck route. Or you can take 121 out of Wickliffe, which is a 3-lettered highway. You can take that all the way down to Mayfield. So there are, different options. And that's why but the biggest thing is US 62 is a peak road. So is the section of road that I was on where I got my ticket. I also want to show you, kind of another generalization map of Kentucky. You see all the pink routes, you see all the highlighted routes, you see the interstate routes, you see the parkway routes, US highway, blah, blah, blah. You see all this, and you see all the fillers in here, all these little towns in these big wide open spots. And I'll show you this here in a minute. So here we are at the new map, old map, new map. Same thing. Come all the way down here, still pink route. Yeah, Casey also. Still gray after Casey. But everything else is, pretty well, looks pretty similar to me. Still got 121, you got pink 62. Still have all sorts of filler roads in the middle of these big wide open highlighted routes that are pink and all that fun stuff. So I told you I'd show you Tennessee. This is the old map. So this is the road. I come down, literally right there is 21. That's the highway in Tennessee that I hit. The place I load at is the back door of their building basically butts up to this 21. So I had somewhat of a reasoning to come down this way. That, and it's, you got zig and then zag to get back over here, whereas you just draw a straight line from this point down, it's basically a straight line. So it is technically shorter, but it's less than 15 miles from here to here. So I just wanted to give a quick comparison of the newer map versus the older map. Very minor little verbiage in there. And I will say it's probably more of a misinterpretation on our part as far as the whole parkway deal. Parkway interstates, we were coming off a U.S. highway. In our minds, that would be considered a parkway, or not necessarily interstate, but it is part of the U.S. highway system. So it is a federal highway. So, I mean, I don't, just a bad misinterpretation on our part. But there's no signage at the state line stating what is a approved and disapproved route, pretty much. So what I want to do is try to get into the Kentucky site on a screen record and kind of show you what their mapping looks like compared to what you guys just seen. So what I want to do here is kind of show you, this is the Kentucky site, kind of show you the link that is in the map book. As you can see, when I type things out, I do have a little bit of dyslexia, so sometimes I put letters in that don't really belong, or I'll hit buttons that don't really belong either. You'll see that too. Let's see here. Nope, too many letters. Let's see. All right, let's put the, dadgum, hit the wrong button. Let's put / motor carrier. That's almost the right thing that we're looking for, but not quite. Let's, come on now, phone. Let's figure it out. All right. Let's get it together right now. All right, here we go. We're just putting in what the map says for the website. And let's see what happens when we put that in. Hit the enter button. Whammo. Sorry. Access denied. All right, let's try it again. All right, let's do what auto fills here this time. Let's type it back in. Drive dot ky dot gov / maybe. Here we go. Yep, let's go here. All right, you guys can see no map. That thing says map on there. No map. No map. Don't need an IRP. Fuel taxes. Parking. Still not a map. Still not a map. No map. Nope, not a map. Not a map. Nope, not an IRP. No. Alright, let's search it on their website. Commercial vehicle mapping. Alright, what do we get here? Alright, you get multiple links to select. Let's try the motor carriers -drives. Just see what that is. Alright, that's the first link that we seen.
All right, let's go to Maps Drive. This is what we're getting to the maps. And we're going to select STAA approved routes, NTN map, and you'll see a huge difference here. I'm trying to get zoomed in so you guys can see it better. It's kind of the color guard to let you know what you got. You can see there's a lot of roads missing that would be in the regular map book, and the route that I took is not visible. You have to zoom in really, really far to even see the gray outlines of it, but it's not on there. You can see the colored highways. Um, Once again, there's big sections of area missing. A lot of towns there's no routing to. Matter of fact, there's one whole county there, possibly two counties that I've found so far. Um, there's no routing into them. Uh, their approved routes go completely around some of these places. So, what's the guy supposed to do based off of what they have listed for mapping?
Really, I'm doing all this. My belief is Kentucky should have signs up, you know, pointing us in the right direction, and at least informing us of, you know, their approved routes and whatever. Um, hopefully somebody in the Transportation Board of Kentucky will see that. I mean, the argument was made that, well, that's going to cost a lot of tax dollars. Well, trucks pay a lot of tax in Kentucky. We got to pay a Kentucky usage tax plus IFTA. So they're getting money from the trucks going through there. They can at least buy some signs. Heck, New Jersey does it. I mean, granted, I know New Jersey is not as big as a state, but New Jersey does have signs up on width and length highways, what their restrictions are. So that'd be my argument. But the biggest thing is I want to bring awareness to the situation. And, there's stuff that I didn't understand completely. I was corrected in court. As a company, we didn't understand. We misunderstood them. Even my lawyer misunderstood it. So, and I don't really think that the district attorney understood. I honestly think it was the cop said I, broke these laws, which, obviously, according to Kentucky, I did. But nobody understood the laws that I broke, besides me and the DOT cop. Which even then I didn't understand I was breaking the law when I broke the law. So, like I said, I'm just trying to bring awareness. I know there's a lot of truck drivers that run Kentucky. If you even as you guys seen with the new road atlas, there are roads that are highlighted, some roads that are pink, U.S. highways that are pink. Typically, pink highways are truck approved routes. So, maybe I'm not thinking of something, correctly, but my understanding is pink highways are truck approved routes. Like I said, I'm just trying to bring awareness to a situation. You guys seen the comparison of an older map book compared to a new one? Or, some slight wording differences, but for the most part, they're pretty much identical as far as Kentucky goes. Kentucky's got their website. That's what I was told by the district attorney. That is their gospel. That is their go-to. The Rand McNally was useless. So, I'm going to quit beating the dead horse for today. If you got more comments or questions, I'll answer them best to my knowledge in the comments down below. Or, if you think I should maybe go in depth on a little bit more, I mean, I'll be more than happy if people got questions about other states to do a little research on. Our biggest argument was there was no signs. There were actually other trucks going up down the road. It wasn't like I was the only one. I wasn't singled out according to the state trooper, and he covered up without even being interrogated about it. And even though there were other trucks going up down the highway. Y'all stay safe out there. God bless you, and we'll catch you on the next one.